There we were led by armed escort to undisclosed location to meet the hacker known solely as Backwards 48. Is it much farther?
Shut the hell up.
People with masks and guns required my crew and I to turn over cell phones and electronic devices upon entering. Excuse me. No, sir. No, excuse me. Not even our camera would be allowed on the premises. The following interview was shot on their equipment, and subsequent footage was granted to us.
I and many others just like me found ourselves waking up, and it would be the first thing I'd think about. The first thing I do is check my phone, check my social media, and throughout the day, feelings of anxiousness, chronic fixation, about what's going on there unconsciously. It really was showing all the signs of an addiction.
And this is what led you to create the virus.
I tend to take issue with it even being called that. Look, this is not the virus. This is the virus. We're just not seeing it that way. We're already infected. If you actually look around, you'll see you are no different than me or the next addict who can't go 2 minutes not glued to their phone, checking their email, looking at their status, posting something for some presumed viewers, which are in many cases just social bots and artificial clones of people they do know, but that's a whole different issue. What I created is not a virus, it's an antidote.
But with good reason, one may ask why.
Well, it's really simple. We're all becoming the same cheap imitation of a person. We're pretty much carbon copies of each other. All because we couldn't put these things down. I mean, the algorithm reads your user frequency. I just created something that enforced a counter mandatory shutdown for a reciprocal length of time for your respective usage.
Forcing people off their devices.
Right, and back into real life. The real life that's happening right around us, or even what's going on within ourselves. My program required that cell phones, for example, would have to be turned face down for a period of time before they would actually reboot and start working again. Or that your laptop would have to be closed. Hence the colloquial, the turn down virus.
A clever tactic, as it were, to help society kick the habit of our addiction to technology, but only resulted in an increase in phone purchases and additional services.
We've all become expert marketers of our lives, but we're not really living. Look, I understand I'm a very, very wanted man. But what I'm trying to do is shift our attention to the fact that we've allowed technology to control us instead of us controlling it. That should be everybody's concern, globally. In fact, globally, it's an issue of public health.